little horror heart cannot take it, because when you mix game night and You're Next, you get this brilliant horror comedy. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Ready or Not, which is the most dangerous hide-and-go-seek game that could possibly ever be imagined, and also probably one of the worst weddings that you could possibly ever even go to or be a part of. This is a brand new horror movie that I've been really looking forward to, and surprisingly, in fact, it came out of nowhere. This trailer popped up, poster popped up. I said, what is that movie? I'm so excited for it now, and my God, it is here, and I'm so excited to talk about this movie and tell you guys that you guys must go see this. If you're a horror fan, or even a horror comedy fan, or in general just someone who wants to have a big, fun blast of time at the movies, Ready or Not is that one for sure. When a bride's wedding night takes a sinister turn when her eccentric new in-laws force her to take part in a terrifying game of hide-and-go-seek, some stuff happens to go awry, and stuff happens to, well, not go down the best light that it could possibly go down. On the game of hide-and-go-seek and turning into a horror movie could have easily gone down in the wrong way. We got a movie called Truth or Dare a couple years ago, and it didn't know how to play off that in the right way. It wasn't tongue-in-cheek in the tone that it was kind of going for. But Ready or Not definitely knew what it was. It is a very tongue-in-cheek horror comedy that for every laugh, every gut-busting laugh, every big smile and burst of laughter that comes out of you, there is a big moan, or in general, maybe even a big sound or reaction to something terrifying, something bloody, or something horrific that just happened. Actually, a lot of nice mythology inside this movie that kind of builds up to why these in-laws are doing what they're doing. Because on the outside, again, there are certain things that I think they could have set up a little bit better, sometimes a little bit with the relationship. But still, those are little nitpicks. There's like small little nitpicks when it comes to this movie, and sometimes it does fall into horror tropes that it's actually going to happen. There's some dumb character choices here and there, but really, again, since it's so tongue-in-cheek in what this film is, and since the director and the writer really took on what this movie is, and really the performances are all kind of in that same vein, you kind of have just fun with it. And that's again what I said, this movie is just pure fun. There's so many great horror elements to it, there's so much great laughter to it, and it's just in general one of those movies that as it kept going, I just found myself engaged in having more and more of a blast in the theater than I thought I could be. Plus, with having a packed audience in the house makes for an even better time. Like I said earlier in this review, my little horror heart was so happy watching this movie. I could not wipe the big grin off my face, because truly, horror is one of my favorite genres, and when it comes to something like this, something that's unique, that easily, again, could have gone down in the bad route, it turned out to be eccentric, it turned out to be exciting, and it turned out overall to be extravagant. Really, we gotta talk about the performances, because really everyone in here, they're good. They're doing a good job, but it's Samara Weaving who plays Grace, who is excellent in this movie. I mean, she is so good in this movie, and she was in a film last year called Mayhem with Steve Yeun, she was great in that too, but really her being the lead protagonist in here really was the big centric part of this, and you really came to care about her and understand where her character is coming from, and really how much being a part of this family really meant to her at first, and kind of just when you get to know more about her, you kind of just start to feel for her, and I actually really liked what they did with her character. And again, she is not this damsel in distress, she is a normal working human being that is working in those rights, even though again she does fall into horror tropes at times. Almost every single horror film does fall into that. There's still a lot of fun with it. This is a very fast and easy film to watch. It has a brisk pacing that really just gets going and never lets go of you until the very final scene. And the last shot in here is incredible. The last 10-20 minutes in here is great. It's probably one of my favorite endings to a movie this year, and really in the last couple of years when it comes to a horror film. I loved what the directors did within the ending of this, and really throughout the whole film into the build-up of it. There's so much nicely witted humor throughout this whole entire film that really put a big smile on my face, and I really cannot express that enough. Before I get to my final thoughts, guys, make sure to slap that like and subscribe button if you guys are new here, because I do tons of early movie reviews like this on a daily basis, and plus, if you guys love geeky content, I talk about it all the time as well. Plus, you guys can also go over Sandwich on Films on how to see films early like this, and plus, guys, big round of applause for all my Patreon supporters, because without them, I wouldn't be here. Ready or Not is the big tie-up heading into the fall season. It is a perfect start to kind of the Halloween-ish season, and I really love it. Even though it's August, Halloween's kind of already getting set up throughout really any retail store you kind of go through, and my background, Sean. I work in retail. Just had so much fun with this movie. I couldn't get the damn smile off my face. I can't wait to go revisit this again in the theaters. I definitely am already making plans to go see this in the theaters again because, yeah, I need to see this again. Keeps you on the edge of your seat. It has very horrific moments at times that my horror heart just, sometimes I couldn't even look at the screen with how brutal and bloody this film was, but it played inside the tone. It was tongue-in-cheek in what it knew it was going to be. And every laugh you get in this film, there is definitely a big horrific reaction that you're going to have later down the road, with a brilliant third act and really overall brisk pacing throughout the whole entire film. It gets you in the movie, it pops you out, makes you through the ride, you leave with a big smile on your face, a weird wickedly smile, kind of the same way with how this movie just played out in general. Samara Weaving is incredible in here, and I cannot wait to see what she does next, and especially whatever these directors and writers do next. They are brilliant, and they took on a concept that easily could have gone down the bad path, but made it surely there. So with all that said, I'm going to give Ready or Not an A-. You know what your guys' thoughts are on Ready or Not. Do you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. I don't know if I'm going to be in the minority on this one. I don't know if you guys are going to love it, but I truly had such a blast with it, and again, I cannot wait to see it again. I think a lot of horror fans are definitely going to love this film. Guys, thank you guys again so much for watching this. You guys are seriously all the best. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Sam with Sean Films. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and until next time, stay classy.